Hi gang! Hi, it's Ruan again at the Yorkshire Sew Girl. Yeah, I wasn't going to do this. I was going to do this later, but I'm going to do this vlog now because I kind of mentioned in one of my previous vlogs that I was going to do a bit of a sewing room rejig, redecorate. And I've just decided to just get on with it. Just get on with it, Ruan. Stop procrastinating. Just do it. So I've already ordered stuff and it's already going to start being delivered soon, so I just need to get my arse in gear. Do you know what I mean? So I had big plans when I was going to do this really nice vlog and I was going to do all these updates and I was going to put them all together, and yeah, well, you know what I'm like. I'm not the best at editing. I'm lazy. So I'm just going to do an ad hoc tiny little vlog just to kind of show part one now, what it looks like now. I suppose I should take some photos as well so I can do proper comparisons at the end, shouldn't I? Lots of things I should do, but I don't do. You know what I'm like. So I'm gonna just quickly take you on a little tour of my little sewing room, just so you can see what it looks like now. And to be honest, I mean, most people won't think it looks bad now, and I don't. Okay, so I'm one of them really privileged people that has a sewing room, for starters, okay? Because I used to work at my dining table, and then we were really lucky because we had an extension, so I could steal this room, and this room has now become mine. So I can shut the door, wave goodbye to my husband and children, bye-bye, take care now, and just get on and do my sewing in here, which is really nice. So I am really lucky, and it used to be the nursery for my littlest. Not that he ever slept in here, slept in my bed for years, but and have decorated it. I've put a bit of wallpaper up. I should say my mum's put a bit of wallpaper up for me. She's good like that. But yeah, I want to redo it because I've just kind of I've bought things in the sale and I've just made do with things and I've just shoved it all in. So I thought now is the time, with the whole lockdown and starting sewing a bit more than I used to try and do it the way that I want to do it. So I've had to think about how I do it. I've had the measuring tape out. I've even got my husband involved, getting the measuring tape out, and I've decided kind of roughly how I'm going to do it. So what I'll do is I'll do this vlog now, which will show part one, what it used to look like, and then I'll update you as I go along with progress, maybe a progress vlog, I don't know, you guys tell me. And then yeah, a vlog, maybe part three, finish caboodle, you know, that kind of thing, so that everybody can see what it looks like. What in my head, it's probably going to look completely different to what I've got in my head, but anyway, yeah, I am one of them really privileged people, so I don't have to lug my sewing machine out all the time like I used to. Oh no, I've got my own little designated space, so it's actually not looking too bad this morning. It's tidier than normal, which is unusual. Yeah, so you're in luck today. I'm just going to get on with it, and then we'll see later on what it looks like. Potentially. Let's find out, shall we? Right, so I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to take you with me. So what I'll do is I'll go and stand in this corner here. I'm taking you with me. Right, how do I flip this now then? Let's have a look. Can I flip it halfway through? Or am I going to have to stop this, edit it, flip it? I think I'm going to have to stop. Oh God, flip it, edit it, all that lot. It's a bit too close up for this. I'll go back to the window where I look a bit better. I'm going to stop this now then. That's what I'll do. I'll stop this now, flip you, and then I'll show you the sewing room. Okay, so I flipped you. And this is a picture of my door. It's very exciting. It's my door. So here I have got a mini ironing board. So because my room isn't very big, if I put my huge ironing board up in here, I can't get anything else in it. So I have got a hook on the back of the door and a mini ironing board, which I think I got from Lakeland. I think it's about £25, but it's invaluable because I can just hang it up there, pull it back out again, sorted. So then we move around here and I've got one of the Ikea Kalax units. So on here I've got all sorts of stuff. So I've got, people are probably wondering what this is. We have a CCTV camera and inside there is the whole monitoring unit, bits and bobs, things and stuff. And my husband owns a steel fabricating company, so he's made this little cover. Need to do something with that to make that look pretty eventually, but we'll see. And by the way, we've got a dodgy floorboard, okay? Listen, That is not me doing what I shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying, don't you? That is not me. So if you hear that all the way through, I'm not just letting out a little cheeky trump. Okay? That is actually my floorboards. Anyway, so up here I've got all of my sewing books. So some of the Tilly ones, all the Sewing Bee ones, Merchant Mills, you name it. And then over here I've got patterns, another crafty bits and bobs that I've shoved in there. So these are all patterns all the way along. I've got 2 of those. I have cleared through because I used to have a Love Sewing subscription magazine, and I had a lot of patterns that I didn't think I'd use, so I've given those to a charity shop local to me that does lots of craft stuff. They're just my little fabric things that I made the other day. Right, so then here in this top one I have got lots of, oh, here we go again on that floorboard, PDF patterns. So for example, there's my fibre mood rear. Now, I stole all these from work, these plastic things. And I'm not a big lover of plastic, and work needs them back probably. So I am going to come up with a different organisational thing to do with PDFs. So that's a job that I need to do, to have a look at that, because the more I'm buying, the more difficult it is every time I have to go through them all. So I need to organise those better. So I'm just working on that at the moment. Then I have some of my fabrics. So yeah, you can see they've all started to get shoved in. So these are all kind of viscose type, chiffon type fabrics. And then it all gets a bit mixed up. So here I've got some gauze, some like wool. These 2 here are jerseys, some velvet jersey. And then across over here as well, I've got a few bits. And like offcuts, larger offcuts and things that I need to do something with. And now I'm gonna show you my drawers. Yeah, these are a little bit full. Yeah, because you know what I do? When I finish something, I put the bits in and I just go like that. Oh, quick, shut it. No one has to see. Shut it, no one has to see. So, yeah, that's got all sorts in it. A lot of cotton, a lot of offcuts, and I need to go through that properly. And another one down here. So these are larger offcuts of fabrics that I do want to keep, because hopefully I'll be able to use them for something. Smaller offcuts, tiny offcuts, which I don't think I'll do anything with, go in this big tub here in the corner. And I'm saving all of these for, so these are smaller bits that I'll never get any use out of. I'm saving all of these, they're all going up in the loft to my husband's delight. And then I'm going to make a closet core poof to put all of these in, as I said in my last vlog, so that I can absolve myself of all guilt of having all of this scrap waste fabric. So that's the plan with that. So as soon as that gets full, I put it all into another bag and it goes up in the loft, and then I start refilling it again. So I don't think it'll be too long before I can do a poof, but having researched it on Instagram, I do know a lot of people said it's like a TARDIS, so get ready type of thing. You may need more, so we'll see anyway. Right, and then in this one, I've got all interfacings, waddings, got random things like a bit of cuffing, which I've never ever used, but I just love it. Yeah, random bits, again, not organised, needs sorting. And then down here in this bottom one, I've got things like my what do you call it, operating manual, that's the one. Tracing paper that I use to trace off patterns, random things. So I've got one of these you know, guns that push snap guns, which I hardly ever use anymore. Yeah, and loads of other arty bits and bobs, crafty type things. So again, need to organise that. So that is my Kalax unit, and I'm going to be keeping that because it's really handy, and I don't want to, sorry, OCD, get rid of it. What's the point if I've got it? But because it's quite a small room, and what I'll do is I'll take you on a little tour around now so you can kind of see. I'm going to go back a bit and try not to fall over. So that's the little door as you come in, look. So it's only a tiny room. It's supposed to be like an office type nursery kind of room. And then I'll come over to the other side like so, and you can kind of see. So it's about 2.5 metres by about 1.5 by 2. I can't remember. I've done it that many times I actually can't remember anymore. So moving on to this bit, which is obviously the main part here, is a beautiful pink desk that I've got from Ikea, but that is changing because it's really wide and I don't want something as wide because I'm going to change the position of my desk because I've got my sewing machine under there and then over here I've got my overlocker. So I'm constantly going from one to the other, which is annoying. So what I'm going to try and do is get a desk that runs along here so I can have both machines on. So it needs to be narrower. Got a new radiator coming. Yeah, it needs to be a bit narrower because then I'm not going to have as much room kind of here. So that's the plan. So over here I've just got bits and bobs that I've just kind of used up. Now I love pin cushions, so I've got some of my pin cushions out, a thread rack, and then I've got loads of other bits. So I've got ribbons, all my gadgets, buttonhole cutters, button makers, you name it, loop turners, button spacers, and a hot hammer, pens, pencils, marking tools, glue, bits and bobs from my machine. And then up here I've also got all my needles, so I can just grab those quickly. Loads of buttons everywhere, buttons, so I need to organise that. I've got things like chalk, my clips, some pins, although I don't really like these, might be controversial. Someone said they were the most amazing pins ever, so I bought them and they were really expensive and I'm not so sure. Maybe I just need to keep trying them. Yeah, just bits and bobs here, some stuff from So Haley Jane, my scissors, measuring tape, and then just loads of toot that I can't, all means something, so I just can't get rid of it. So again, I need to try and find somewhere that I can display things that I love, but not have them all just rammed together, if that makes sense. And on my desk, I've got my machine. This is just what I'm working on at the moment, the Marlowe sweater with my lovely buttons. I have a bobbin holder, so that has all my bobbins in it with all my colours. A Kylie in the Machine label collection tin with all my labels in it. I have this gorgeous rose gold thimble, and in here I put all of my cutting out tools. So I've got measuring tape, a couple of rotary cutters. I have a bag with my weights in as well, just so that I can pick that up and take that downstairs because I don't have enough room really to cut out up here. So I just grab that, take it downstairs. And I also have another pin cushion with a thread catcher and a little lamp because the lighting is rubbish in here. Oh, and a little tiny placemat, look, for my drink that my kids made me. Cute. Yeah, and then down here, just shoved down there, I have a couple of cutting mats, a ruler. That's my current project that I'm working on now, a little bin. So yeah, nothing exciting, but that's where I keep these. Yeah, I still need to think about what I'm going to do with these and where I'm going to keep them, because I still haven't planned what I'm going to do with those yet, but hey ho. So then over on this side, I hope I'm not making you all dizzy, is my overlocker. I've also got another pin cushion here, which I absolutely love. And this little lady here, let me show you, difficult with one hand, actually is a little Russian doll, look. I mean, how cute is that? How cute is that? And then over here I have a little trinket bowl that my kids got me, which has a couple of pairs of scissors, my cleaner, a ruler, and my clapper. That sounds wrong as well, doesn't it? A mid clapper. And then over here I've got my tailor's ham. I've got a beautiful Liberty box that my husband bought me, which again has just got bits and bobs in. So, you know, safety pins, pom-pom makers, random stuff like that. And then in here I've got mostly elastics, bits and bobs. But yeah, I need to find homes for all this kind of bits and bobs. And then I've got my lovely mannequin, who I still haven't named, actually. And this is my Marlowe sweater. I've just got the bands to put on and do the buttonholes and attach the buttons. And we are there with our super shabby / chic velour outfit. Now, you might notice down here, look, this is my wallpaper that has been knackered by the electrician. I've had a double socket put in there. just because it's going to be easy. There was only a single socket and I was always having to swap it over for my overlocker and my iron. Over here I've got another sewing box that I bought right at the beginning of my journey, which has got loads of bits and bobs in it. Loads of big elastic and things like that. So again, this all needs a really good sort out. I've got loads of different marking tools in here. Pins, ribbons, call you name it, hardware. So yeah, need to have a good look through that as well. And then into the cupboard, which is actually not as bad as it has been for a while. So I suppose, well, I don't know, it depends what you think. So this is just a cupboard that has been, you know, built in. And I got a quote to have a freshly proper built-in one, and it was just extortionate. So do you know what? We're just going to go with what we've got. Give it a lick of paint and I'm sure it'll be fine. So if I stand back a bit, this is what it looks like. So it's got 2 shelves and a pole in it. So the pole used to be in there because this used to be my little one's nursery, so we used to have all his clothes on there. So in here I've got like a load of big bulky fabric. So this is a load of thick sweatshirt and jogger pant material for my husband, because I'm going to do some Hudson pants, and then loads of other bigger bulkier fabrics. Yeah, UFOs in the background. There's just 2 of them. Oh no, there's 3. I think there's 3. One is like a halter top from the Great British Sewing Bee that I made ages ago and was so small for me I could nearly not even get it over my head. Don't ask me what I was doing, that was quite a long time ago. They are some really nice pyjamas which just need finishing off really, but I made those a few years ago as well. I've lost a lot of weight since then, so I think they'll be too big, but I need to do something with them. And that is a Blackwood cardigan actually that was halfway in the making, which I really do need to just do something with. Now that's unusual for me because I don't have unfinished projects really anymore. There was one other one as well which I'm trying to finish off at the moment. So these are all from a long time ago. And now what I do is I make sure that I finish my project before I then start on to the next one, so that I don't have this thing going on. And then this is just my carry case for my machine. Now I used to take this a lot because I used to go to sewing classes every Wednesday, more of a social thing than anything, which I loved, but obviously that stopped quite some time ago. So my machine used to have to come out with me every single week, so I used to have that, and inside there is another matching bag which then would have all my pattern and my fabrics and things like that in it. Up here is just loads of junk really. A load of junk. I've got loads of shoelaces since doing the True Bias trousers, and a lovely lady saying just buy shoelaces for your you know, the bit, what am I trying to say, the bit that goes round your waist, the waistband cord, just tie to, cut the 2 shoelaces and tie them together and use that instead, and that's what I've been doing. And I got these really cheap as like a big bargain thing altogether. So yeah, spot on. Some more thick elastic, my little iron. So this is my little Diddy iron, which I absolutely love, which is really handy. It's a steam one as well, to go on my mini ironing board. That is just a selfie stick from doing my vlogs. I've got even my keypad for when I have my laptop out for work. Oh, my lovely friend bought me this, which I'm going to try and incorporate somewhere. It's how do you actually say it? A macrame? I'm not sure. You know, where you can put a plant in it and then hang it. So I need to incorporate that. Don't know if it's going to go into this room or another room, but she bought me that for Christmas. I'm going to do something with that. Then we've also got a big tub of feet. Sounds random, I know, with them all written on. Yeah, I've used about 5, 6 of them maybe, if that. In here is actually handbags. So again, need sorting out. Handbags in here. I've got my little portable vacuum cleaner, and then in here I've just got, I keep little boxes like you do. So in here, what's in here? Zips. Loads of different zips in there. And this one, this is going to be as much of a surprise to me, I think. Oh, that's where I keep all my bias binding, so you can see all the lovely ones there from Laura, the Specky seamstress. And then what's in this one? Someone tell me what's in this one. Oh, ribbons and trimmings and things like that. So they are kind of in boxes, but I'm going to try and find a different way to store all of this. And then up there is just loads of stuff. Quite a lot of craft stuff actually. This box here has got loads of craft things in, as have these. These have got cards that we were recycling to tags. This has got clay, air drying clay in it. Yeah, and then over this side is just kind of presents and picture frames and bits and bobs like that. And then I just do this. This is what I do. Just shut that, walk away. Walk away. So yeah, so that is the room as it is now. I'll do you a quick slow video. Just ignore that bit. Like that. And then I've got like this massive, huge, ridiculous blind on that was just a sale item somewhere that I quickly grabbed just to make do, like you do. And then yeah, this is where I do most of my work. So that's it, guys. So it's not going to look like this hopefully next time you see it. Fingers crossed. It might be next year. Who knows? Okay, so tour. I probably made you all sick with my movement. I've no idea what it's going to look like. I'll probably watch this back now and be like, oh God, don't think I'd enjoy that if I was doing it. But yeah, like I say, I'm really lucky to have this room. I know how lucky I am to have this room, and it is really nice to be able to kind of just get away and have your own space. But I do think I can organise it better. I don't have what I call a massive fabric stash. I have a lot of big bulky fabrics at the moment which are taking up a lot of space. And I'm going to try and get through some of my stash as well over the next few months. Because I haven't been concentrating particularly on sewing for until this last year in lockdown, I haven't bought, when I've bought fabrics, I've bought fabrics more for wearing tops and things like that. So I haven't bought a lot of length of fabric as well, if that makes sense. So yeah, I need to consider that going forward. Buy less, more quantity of each item, I think, so that I've got better flexibility. Because if anybody's watched any of my other vlogs, you'll know that myself and Sam from Frugalissima are doing the Frugal Frocks Challenge in March. If anybody isn't aware of that and they want to know a little bit more about it, go check out one of my previous videos. I'll see if I can put a link in it somewhere or a card. And it has a little bit of that at the end about what is involved. But because I've never bought huge lengths of fabric, I'm now going to my stash for my challenge and I'm like, I don't actually have that much that I can use. So it's quite good though, because I have maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 pieces that are lengthy, should I say. So it's making me really consider what my choices are. I don't have as much free choice over the free patterns because I don't have the fabric that would go with it or is required. So that's been quite interesting actually, shopping my stash and picking patterns out that I will hopefully be able to squeeze out of what I've got, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I'm gonna put this up probably as part 1, and then as I start decorating this room, God knows how long that will take me, and putting everything together again, I'll do a little yeah, middle video, what's it, progress video, a progress video. And we'll see how we get on. I am fully aware that I'm garbling on like I do all the time at the end of my videos. It's almost like I get to this point and I'm like, right, now what do I do? So I'm just going to say goodbye. And I hope it's given you a little bit of an insight into where I sew. I know I'm nosy enough to absolutely love these videos when other people put them on. But yeah, if you're not bothered, just skip on by. I won't be offended at all. And you can come back when I do something that's got different content, hopefully. Likelihood of that happening is pretty small, isn't it? Let's face it. But anyway, right, so I hope you're all doing really well. Yeah, I'm gonna go and start stripping this room out, I think, and maybe doing a bit of wallpaper stripping. Be interesting how mucky I get. And I've put all this slap on my face now. I probably didn't need to do any of this, did I? But anyway, at least I've not scared you a lot. So I hope you're all well. Take care, happy sewing, and I'll check in again with you soon.